Let's create the shadows on the body. Shadows on the body are done on a top layer, on top of everything else. Last time I reached the limit of 68. Yeah, maximum 68. Let me do that again so you can see. Look at the top of your screen. When I try to press new layer, it says maximum limit of 88 layers. So what this means is I have to merge some of my layers so I can get more layers, which means you just have to go into whatever group you're in. Like right here, this is the bottom group. This is the bottom. And I'm going to merge down and merge down, merge down. This is just like in Photoshop where you have layers and you have to compress your layers. So merge down again, merge down, merge down, merge down. I'm going to merge down again, merge down, merge down, and I think that's enough for that one. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like this bed. So I'm gonna turn these on right here. I don't know what's going on here. Oh. So this bed needs to be down on here. This bed needs to be down on here. This bed needs to be down on here. And I think this bed needs to be up like this here. Let's see what's going on here. So there we go. Okay, I think I made a mistake. Right here, on this layer, I still have the reference photo, so I can just delete that one, erase that one. Since it's on its own separate layer, it's not going to affect the background. So go ahead and erase that one. Two fingers to undo. There we go. So this is the background layer right now. I'm going to make it invisible. So we have no background layer. There we go. I'm going to go in and merge some of the frames. So I even have more. Merge down, merge down, merge down, merge down, merge down. That should give me enough layers to work with. So I could create some shadowing. So let's start from the first layer, which is the first one you see on the bottom of the screen there. So I'm going to create a top layer here, an empty layer, and I'm going to select the regular studio pen. I'm going to draw with the black. Okay. And I'm going to draw the shadow, which I think where the shadow would go. So if the light source is coming from this way and that way, the shadow would be, increase the size. Shadow would be about, well, right here, right? You would naturally think that his shadow would also cover his part of his chest and maybe partly here, right? And I'm just going to go like partly this way, and I'm going to shadow some of his hair out like this, just to give it some sort of definition. I'm also going to do the same thing with the leg here. I'm going to shadow this here. I'm going to shadow some of the feet here, just to give it some definition, some 3D-ish. Like maybe over here, like maybe this shadow be like this. Okay, and that's going to be the shadow. The secret sauce of this shadow is to lower the opacity down like so. So there you got a shadow effect. That's how you make the shadows. I'm going to go back and do some more this way here, because like this would be a shadow this way, and it's light enough for you to fill it in, and it also makes it so you can separate him more, separate the characters more from the background. And since I'm here, I might as well put a little shadow here too. You know, that's kind of cool here, like a little shadow on her, the back here, just to, and might as well do with the hands too, just to give it a little bit more, you know. Okay, so let's go on the next frame. The next frame, duplicate the previous frame, duplicate, and then push it up and put it up to the next frame, and modify it the way you think the shadows would go according to this frame here. See? So I'm thinking double click twice on your pen to select from your previous two selections. Click on the shadow. I'm going to clean it up here, draw in. I'm going to keep on forgetting to zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so her foot moved here, so I'm going to fill in the shadow here, a little bit here, maybe a little bit here, and her head moved a little bit here, so I'm going to fill this in right here, maybe like a little movement right here. So go on to the next frame, duplicate, move it up, and do the same thing. Fill this in here, fill this in here, here, maybe a little bit here, here, like here, here, okay, and go. There you go. Okay, let's go on to the next frame, duplicate that, move it up. Let's fill this in right here, a little bit here, here, there you go. Let's see what we have so far. Yeah, starting to look. Let's go, let's get a duplicate here. Move it all the way up, this frame all the way up to the top. And you do the same thing. Fill in what you think needs to be filled in. Seems like she moved her head a little closer to the camera. So I'm thinking the shadow would now be kind of behind her. Right? His hands are still in the same place. Let's fill in this leg here just because. And this is an extreme. So I'm going to double click to get the eraser tool. I'm going to erase the shadowing here that used to be on the foot in the previous frame. And erase some of this here too. Here too. Okay, and just go on to the next one. Duplicate. Go all the way up the top. Okay, and previous frame, she went like this to like this. I'm going to erase. It selected the layers for me when I clicked on here. If I didn't select the layer before clicking on the canvas. So select on the shadow layer. Erase this right here. I'm gonna erase some of the shadows that used to be on the afro when he was in the position in the previous frame. I'm going to fill in, double click the pen, fill in his head some more, and just continue with the shadowing. At this point, since the scene is already moving, we're just adding more details to give it more visual appeal. So I'm going to go ahead and merge down because I get the feeling I'm going to need more frames so I can finish this drawing. But I'm not going to merge the shadow layer because I want to go back and refine the shadows some more. Maybe add or delete more of the shadowing. Because at this stage of the animation, I'm not going back to the lower layers to do anything. At this stage, it's already set. So I'm going to merge down. This one doesn't have a shadow layer. There's shadow layers here. So I'm going to merge everything down on these things here too. Merge down, merge down. Then I'm going to go duplicate, and I'm going to move this up. And you know the drill. Since I'm on this layer, I can select, double click with my finger again, and then I can erase like this, and like this. Now she is twisting her foot this way, so I think that's that. Okay. So let's merge down, merge down, merge down, merge down, duplicate, put it up. And I think you get the idea of what I have to do for the rest of the frames. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more frames to go. Oh, let me try to hurry this up. I only want to make these lives limit to 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day because I am a believer in incremental improvements and to not burn yourself out. I believe that you should do something every day as opposed to doing a lot one day and not doing anything for the rest of the month because you get burnt out or you feel like it's a hassle. That's how I've been able to create this animation series. Every day I do a little bit at a time, and plus in terms of artwork or learning, what you want to do is you want to step back and look at the picture with fresh eyes every day. I believe that you shouldn't draw so much at one time because honestly, you get better every day. You get better every day. The things that I've done even 2 months ago is not nearly as refined as what I'm doing right now. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I actually like to do 1 hour a day, but I'm limiting myself to 15 minutes of streaming a day because that's pretty much all you need to do. All you guys need to see me do because you can understand what I'm going to do for the rest of this stuff. I'm just going to duplicate here. I'm going to move up here, and I'm just going to keep on erasing or adding shadows to the scene. So let's see what we have so far. And then tomorrow, after this live is over, I'll finish up the shadowing and you can see how this would look with the shadows and without the shadows. So we can go zoom in. All right, see, I kind of like to see how the face is. Can you guys actually see the? No, this doesn't move. I can move the camera a little bit. See, like that. Okay, so that's what we have for today. Thanks for showing up.